What's up, guys? We've got a big Ultra Sun and Moon battle here from ABR, Legend of Oris, and continuing into SM, shaping the metagame to his will, creating various stuff that is effective, and some people question it because it looks stupid, but it works, and that's all that really matters, isn't it? His opponent is the French prodigy Cdumas, who had a massive, massive year in 2017, and he is terrifying. So we will see how they. I feel like I was playing Madden with one of my buddies last night, and when the announcer kept going, "We'll see how it works out," I was like, "Yeah, no shit." So sorry about that. Anyway, we've got some Magnezone Toxapex Lele offense with another Tapu and Magirna and traditional Lando, so it looks like a good team. And ABR is running up with some Aurora Veil, except he does not lead with Ninetales, he leads with Lando. So, Lele against Lando, I'm assuming this is some kind of offensive setup Lando with Stealth Rock and standard Tails, some kind of Zygarde that sets up, some kind of Magirna that sets up. Bulu seems. I've never really seen Bulu, to my recollection, on Aurora Veil. Thunderous is cool. It could be Defiant. I wonder if it is. Uh, because, like, Nasty Plot 3 attacks, well, I guess it doesn't really use Defiant there either. Although, actually, that's kind of funny. If you used Nasty Plot 3 attacks Thunderous with Defiant and it got Icy Winded, and it got its speed boosted instead, that'd be kind of funny. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Now people are going to use it. But yeah, so Thunderous could be a lot of things. It could be that Z-Fly bulk up Defiant set, which I think is really, really cool. Because that can't even get intimidated by Lando, which is, if you can handle Lando, then you have a niche in the metagame. Anyway, Lele scares the bejesus out of Landorus, because unless it's Focus Sash, then Spec Psychic will outrun and OHKO it. And I don't think it would be, uh-oh. Oh, he expected the Magirna switch, and nope, he stayed in. Earthquake does not KO, so I'm going to guess that's not Earthplate. I'm not going to go to the calc, but I just have a feeling that Earthplate would be an OHKO on Lele. I don't think that's unreasonable either. Like, 389 if it's Jolly, attack, stab Earthquake, with Earthplate against Lele's like 186 defense. Yeah, that's dead. So he's expecting the Magirna, just trying to get it down. And Guardian of Lola is a pretty rare move. So I've noticed the trend of top players staying in on Pokemon that could very well just die outright this turn, and having it pay off for them. It's been going on for a while, obviously. It's always kind of been there, but it hasn't never been as prominent as it seems to have been recently. So he weakened the Lele in exchange for Lando dying, which seems fair. I mean, it doesn't against it. Lando's always good, like maybe for rocks, but weakening Lele seems fine for something like well, I don't really know what he wanted Lele weakened for. Maybe the Lele has some bulk and he expected to kill it with Earthquake. I don't know. I feel like he was expecting to kill the Lele with Earthquake. So we should saunter over the damage calc. Landorus T. Let's go to Scarf, so it's Jolly against top Lele. Wow, that actually did max. So I think he was Earthplate, which seems to be a roll. Yeah. No, that's not a roll. He has some bulk, but that does 96 minimum. And he did, what, 94? So he sets up the Veil. Toxapex comes in. He's going to threaten with... So they seem to run Toxic Spikes less in Ultra Sun and Moon, with the plethora of defog options, and he's got Safeguard to protect against them. That reminds me of DPP Uber's Wobbuffet, which used Safeguard, so even if Fortress was in on it or some shit, then he could safely switch to Palkia or Kyogre or whatever, or Groudon and start setting up without fear of status, which also helped with like Giratina, Will-O-Wisp and such. But that's a different metagame from literally well over half a decade ago, which is kind of depressing. But not to bum you guys out. So here comes. And Pex is a lot less threatening when it can't status. I mean, he's got knockoff, but he could. ABR could switch to something with the Z Crystal, which would not get knocked off. So, and all of his sweepers, that's kind of cool actually. I'm realizing that 5 of his Pokemon, except for Ninetales, threaten the shit out of Toxapex. I mean, I assume the Magearna has Thunderbolt, and is not like Double Dance, Floor Cannon, Focus Blast. But yeah, being walled by Toxapex is not something you want. Unless you have like a perfect lure for it. So, looking at the team, oh, he's got Hypnosis too. He's not afraid of putting someone to sleep. So Magearna feels leftovers in the hail. Look at all those field conditions. Anyway, if Cdumas Lando is not Scarf, which, I mean, we have seen a lot of we haven't seen a lot of stealth rocking Scarf Landuruses, and Heatrans for that matter, in the last couple months. I was going to say that if it's not Scarf, then, and it's Magnezone instead, then, I mean, even as a whole, Nasty Plot Thundurus looks really, really dangerous. So, Magearna has burned its obligatory sleep turn. We're going to see a plot from Thundurus here. Bulu runs Assault Vest a lot, almost exclusively, from what I can tell these days, for Ash Greninja, which has taken to running Gunk Shot, its new move, sometimes just for that AV Bulu, but it can't really kill Thundurus back, and I can't imagine it takes, especially under Aurora Veil, so I can't really imagine its matchup that Bulu comes out on top of. So here comes Thundurus. Magearna gets the early wake up and Ice Beamed, but with Veil, then Thundurus is going to take 2, or it's going to be able to take 2, one more, and now the Thunderbolts start raining. So I'm going to assume this is some kind of a Calm Mind Magearna, because Shift Gear 3 attacks seems to lend itself better to Z Crystals for that initial boost. I mean, I wonder if this is just Heart Swap Magearna. That'd be funny, but with Haze Toxapex, I don't see that as likely. Here comes Magnezone on the Thunderbolt. That does so much. There's a reason this guy was Uber in 5th gen. God, he was a terror. Anyway, he is Scarfed, and under Aurora Veil that does nothing, but Volt Switch is the good move because it does, it chips him for the revenge kill. So, I always thought Aurora Veil was an interesting strategy. I like Sun and Moon because there's so many interesting... Oh, it is Defiant! Hey, he had my idea! Cool. Here comes Lando on Incinerate, which I assume was aimed at Bulu, and is a better move than Focus Blast to aim at Ferrothorn, and it just smokes Mega Scizor, so that's cool. Oh, and I guess you might eat one of the 50% berries, which would be kind of funny. But, oh, that's also Scarfed. Wow, that's cool. So I guess it's Scarf Rocks Lando. And I like seeing Thundurus in action, so it is HP Ice, and Aurora Veil's going to wear off, and here comes Psychic Terrain. Not that that's really going to change much, but Safeguard's gone now too, and everything but Magearna and Thundurus, so the things that actually would want to switch into Magnezone here get eaten by the Toxic Spikes. So that's something. Here's another Volt Switch and it KOs. So that was a good move. And now he gets to, as opposed to Thundurus, well, and he knew that if Zygarde switched in, unless it was Lum, which seems to be a very rare item on Zygarde, then it would still be eating poison damage, so he would much rather deal with it that way, especially since he had Bulu and held Lando for the Sacrificial Intimidate. So now he gets to pick what he wants to face. because he can force ABR to send something out. Or can he? Bulu seems to be the nope, Lando, because it's Scarf and it can U-turn out of anything and T-Spike's hurt. I think ABR is going to try and Thunderous did poke a hole, but I'm wondering, I guess Shift Gear, Electrium, Magearna is always a threat. That seems to cut through a lot of Pokemon. And if it's got Calm Mind and it's just Volt Beam, then even better, because Magnezone's been weakened. So I wonder if he also goes. He can. Actually, no, I take it back. Bulu's not going to be able to make enough of an impact, I don't think. Also, the double Scarf is nice because Kartana is like an enormous. It's not like an enormous threat. It is an enormous threat right now, and yeah. Having measures against it is really nice. So I'm going to assume, wait, no, I was going to say Bulu seems to be the Z-move guy, but then I remembered Guardian of Alola. So he was really weakening Magearna for Bulu and Magearna, so he does go to Bulu. He's going to save the Ninetales for entry against a slower Pokemon, which is the non-Scarf folks. And I guess Terrain helps offset the poison damage for Bulu. And he's going to hit something really hard. This could be Z-Grass. And I mean, any of Bulu, Zygarde, Magearna could be Z. So, hell, it could have been Lando. My train of thought before I lost it was, I forgot. Anyway, here comes Magearna. Here's Swords Dance. Well, if this is Z-Grass, then something dies here. We don't see leftovers. I mean, I didn't think we would, but we rule that out. Here comes Lando trying to waste the Z-move and get the -1, and he bloomed all out pummeling, and it doesn't KO, I don't think. Ow. That's rough. Of course, well, that is nice. And he gets the Scarf Rocks up now. That was a nice move. That is nice, but I was going to say something still takes pummeling if he decides to switch it out, but no, he just gets the Rocks up. And here comes the zone. The double Scarf really, really nice against this offense. And Ninetales can't set up against this zone, which even takes the grassy terrain for a little bit of cushioning if it might have to take a hit against Magearna. It actually hits everything. It hits Zygarde, Magearna neutral, and Ninetales super effective, and it will die, so he's got to go to Zygarde or Magearna. Magearna does not get hit by the Toxic Spikes. And if he Shift Gears up and is Electrium, and he still will get a turn of Grassy Terrain, which offsets Stealth Rock pretty much. And here it comes. $45 seconds for Cdumas, 20 for ABR. I think he's definitely shift gear on an offensive team like this, which wants him to pick up the speed and blow through things. There's a crit, and the gear. It's leftovers. Could it be Calm Mind? So it's not Z. That crit really blows if he's Double Dance. Because I think I said earlier, shift gear leftovers. I mean, I don't doubt that it could be useful, but it just seems like it lends itself better to a Z move. There's Calm Mind. Now Toxapex is going to eat the +1 T-Bolt and Haze because Toxapex is obscene. but at the same time, he's not really threatening the Magirna. Calm Mind again. Recover again. And Magirna is actually just picking up leftovers. So this is an interesting dynamic. Okay, I'm gonna say that I might guess that Landorus is not a Z because of let's assume he was adamant or whatever and he tried to kill it. No, I don't think ABR would go for the 25% KO that this is. So I don't think it was Z, it was probably Earthplate. Oh no, it wasn't. It was, I don't know, maybe he just wanted to weaken it. But if it was Z, I think he would have gone for even Rocky MZ. Um, because that would have guaranteed the Lele kill, and he probably wasn't using it for much else. So let's say that Lando wasn't Z, so that probably leaves Magirna. Or no, it was Bulu, I'm fucking stupid. And he gets crit again! That sucks. That really, really sucks. That was looking dangerous. I mean, I'm not going to say it was over because Magirna on Magirna seems supremely lame, but okay, so the question is, do you safeguard or do you veil? I think if he's the question, it's definitely safeguard. Well, I'm not sure. Yep, it's safeguard. I'm not sure how well. It definitely wouldn't deal with Bulu well if it was taking the damage. So here comes the Dragon Dance. I guess begs the question of why he T-bolted instead of flash cannoning, but yeah, actually no, that's dumb. He gave himself the chance for the para. Oh, it's Coil. That helps against Zygarde. Uh-oh. Question is, it's not going to be able to finish Magirna in one. Well, it might be. Okay, it can't be Tectonic Rage. It's gonna live. It's gonna Ice Beam. It's gonna die. Cdumas gonna take it. Interesting game. Wow. Not sure how that would have finished with Bulu and trying to take on the Zygarde. But it would have been interesting. So, Cdumas wins a rather luck game. He got a lot of luck on his side and gave him very interesting teams, especially from ABR. I liked it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this visceral back and forth. And I will catch you next time. Please excuse any mistakes I made in regards to Ultrasound Moon. I'm still just. That excuse aside, I hope you enjoyed.